morning and welcome back to the Urban Preparedness Channel. I am your host, the Urban Cockroach. Today, I'm not going to be talking about any products. I'm not going to be talking about, fancy fire starting techniques. What I do want to talk to you about is surviving. And not like, having a fruit garden or, backstocked food. No, I mean like surviving everyday scenarios that can happen to any one of us at any given time. And one of the really important things I want to talk about is having a get-home bag. Now, I have a lot of different bags. I've got bug-out bags, get-home bags, EDC, which just stands for everyday carry. And that's like the bag that I bring with me and I stick under the counter when I get to work, things like that, so that I always have it in the event of an emergency. Now, I'm going to talk about a get-home bag because what a lot of people don't realize is just how quickly things can go from an average casual day in America to, oh no, they're burning down buildings and throwing bricks. Okay? Just recently, we all started seeing the George Floyd trials. It's airing on TV on every channel because everybody's freaking excited to see, whether or not he goes to prison or gets off or whatever. But when it happened, there were riots all over the country. They literally started popping up thousands of miles away from the incident. People are burning down, Minneapolis. They're going crazy in San Diego. They're going crazy in Chicago. People sometimes just look for an excuse to vent their aggression. Now, that being said, the George Floyd trials are going on. So, of course, everybody's on edge again about the same scenario. Well, in Minneapolis, there was a shooting. We're not going to talk about whether or not the shooting was justifiable. One, I wasn't there, so I don't have all the facts. Two, the body cam footage has not even been released yet. Okay, I mean like a police officer drew his gun, pointed, pulled the trigger. Within minutes, on the scene where somebody had just been shot, there are already people with bricks smashing car windows. Within 45 minutes, the local strip mall was already being looted. And this went on for hours. Setting fires, throwing bricks. And the police officers were drastically outnumbered. So all they did was drive around and scream on their loudspeakers about how you're going to get arrested if you continue looting and burning and smashing things. What they were not doing is getting out of their car and trying to stop people. Because if one police officer gets out of his police cruiser and runs up to a crowd of 40 rioters, they're gonna die. Okay, so you cannot expect the police to run into the fray to save you just because a riot broke out almost instantaneously because a police officer used his firearm in the line of duty on the other side of the city. Okay? People were looting on the scene before that officer's backup arrived. Okay, so you need to take that into consideration, just how fast a situation goes from a regular traffic stop to a full-blown riot 6 blocks away. Okay, so I know a lot of people are like, I trust the police to keep me safe. I do too. Okay, if somebody tries to break into my house, I'm shooting the guy that broke into my house. And then I'm immediately calling the police. Okay, if somebody's trying to actively break into my house, I'm going to call the police. And if the perp gets into my house before the police arrive, I'm going to shoot the perp. Because it's my job to keep me safe until the authorities arrive. So if you don't have an everyday carry, if you don't have the means to keep yourself safe and get yourself to a safe environment, you need to get that done now. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you about all of the things that you should carry on you every day, because for every single person, it's different. Some people work in a place where your boss is not okay with you carrying a firearm at work. That's just the truth of it. So maybe carry a knife. And that knife will help you get from inside your store to your car to grab your firearm to keep you safe until the police can arrive. If you work in a retail environment and you can't have your gun on you, guess where the rioters are going as soon as it gets stupid? So you need to have a weapon available in your vehicle that you can run to grab as soon as you run out of work. That's just stuff I wanted everybody to take a minute and think about. Right? Obviously, everybody cannot carry their sidearm with them when they go into work. That's completely understandable. Your company has, rules against it. Your boss might have rules against it. Maybe customers would feel uncomfortable if you're carrying a gun in there. That's fine. Keep it in your car. But have it in the parking lot so that when a riot breaks out in your shopping mall, you can run out to your car and grab your pistol and know that you're not going to die before the police arrive to break the situation up. And that's just what I wanted to talk to you about today, because it's really important. A lot of lives can be saved by people just taking the initiative and understanding that the only person that truly cares about keeping you alive is you. Yes, people get paid to make sure that law and order remains all the time in America. Problem is, there's not enough of them, which means when law and order breaks down, you have to be able to keep yourself alive until the police can get there to help you. Let's say you get shot in the middle of a riot. Guess what? The ambulance is not coming to save you because it is impossible for them to drive into an unsecured location to grab your bleeding body off the pavement. So maybe you should teach yourself a little bit of first aid. Because if you get shot and you just lay there on the ground hoping that somebody's going to come save you in the middle of a riot, newsflash, nobody's coming. Okay? So keep a little bit of medical stuff inside your everyday carry bag. Keep a gun inside your everyday carry bag. Keep some extra ammo inside your everyday carry bag. Because you know what? I carry a 1911. Right? It's got 7 rounds. And 8 if I put one in the chamber before I slap in a brand new magazine. Okay? On a very good day with adrenaline pumping, those 8 rounds, I might hit 6 rioters. Okay? In the T-box. Because adrenaline usually messes up your first couple of shots. Now, really, professional individuals who've been shooting people in the face for a long time, sure, they might get that down to 0, okay? I'm not one of those people. So you got to assume your first couple of rounds might be a miss. Because shooting at paper targets is different than shooting at people targets. 1, the people are moving. 2, your adrenaline's dumping now. That being said, carry extra ammo. Okay, because if there's 40 rioters and you have 8 bullets, you better hope they're standing in a straight line. Otherwise, you're screwed as soon as that slide locks back. Anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox and stop my ranting today because the Urban Cockroach has some other stuff I got to do anyway, so I'm going to scurry on out of here, but I hope you enjoy the show. If you haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe, and I hope to see you again in the future.